Hello and welcome to another special video. I am James Maskell, your host, founder of the Functional Forum, and I'm here with Kristen Brokaw. She is the founder of the St. Louis Institute for Integrated Medicine. Hey, Kristen.
Hello, James.
Hey, so every month we put together one of these videos to talk to people about what's going on in the meetups. And, obviously over the last 6 months, physical meetups has been pretty tough. It's going to be tough-ish moving forward. But ultimately, the truth is still true, which is that practitioners want to meet up, community of practitioners is necessary. There's an incredible opportunity to be the person that brings together these communities. And the truth is, people are signing up to actually still to build these communities together. So it's exciting to see. Just in the last week, I had the opportunity to go to Colorado and actually had the one meeting that I was meant to do, which was the Functional Forum North Denver, which is at the Quicksilver Scientific offices. It turned into a webinar. But the one that's in South Denver that's run by Dr. Taggi, I actually went, and they had like a certain number of people that could be in. They said only 29 people could be in the room. There were 25 of us there. It was COVID approved, yeah, by the library that had it, but it was a great meeting. People got a lot of value out of it. And, it was a great community building moment. And Kristen, I hear that you've been still having your events, right?
Absolutely. We just did one 3 weeks ago. And same thing, James. It was in a room that could hold 100 people. They only allowed 25. We had 25. You wore your mask until, people were eating and nobody had a mask on. So everybody they social distanced and set the tables up accordingly. And it was great. Everybody was thrilled to be back together.
Yeah, exactly. So I guess that's just one of the things I wanted to share is, look, there's still an appetite for meeting. People want to get together. Depending on where you are in the world, it'll either be easier or harder depending on how cold it is outside or what the appetite is. But certainly, I think more and more practitioners are interested in reconnecting, and so we're going to be working on some things here in the Sacramento area to get people together while we still have sunshine and those interests there. So, Kristen, what tips would you recommend for people who are thinking of getting their group together again or haven't done it for a while? And what are some of the things you've learned over putting your event together?
Well, I've definitely learned that people are still interested. So even if you think, like if you're interested, but you think, oh, well, nobody really wants to get together, don't think that way, because that's probably not true. And you, being the leader, are going to start asking. You're going to get out there and say, hey, are you interested? Here's what I'm thinking. Maybe you take a poll and you say, do you guys want to do it virtual, or do we want to do it in person? I wanted to do mine in person. I was willing to find a place. I always want to, be together. So it was sold out, as it always is, and people wanted to get together. What did we talk about? Well, we talked about resiliency, right? And we even talked about marketing. So we had even a guest appearance from Uli, but I'd say now is the time to build. Like if it's slow, this is where you get the grassroots. You start asking, you start getting in front of as many people as you can. You say, this is what I'm building. Will you come with me? I want you a part of this grassroots effort. Here's what we're out to change. Here's what we're committed to. And you keep representing everybody to the mission.
Absolutely. And look, the mission of community couldn't be more critical, because ultimately all your patients need community and doctors need community, and even allopaths, really need community right now, because so many of them, it's rough to be in primary care and family medicine and internal medicine. And one of the things that I'm excited about is hearing stories of more and more doctors sort of fishing around the functional medicine space and wondering, hey, so Fauci said something about vitamin D and vitamin C, and I've seen this research on zinc. Like, what is this stuff? How do I use it? Like this, the sort of inertia of doctors not wanting to know about nutrition is over. And so it's a great opportunity, whether you're, a sales rep, or whether you're a practitioner, or whether you're a health coach, whoever's running these groups, the opportunity to sort of like, knock on doors and see what's going on. It's never been a better time.
Yeah. We titled our last one, How to Really Do Functional Medicine, right? So it's about like I remember Bland saying this in the April PLMI event. He said, in the 11th hour, it's not the time to be looking for some type of, herbal antiviral. It's almost like too late. Tom Williams was quoted as saying, "Now is not the time to worry if you have expensive urine from a multivitamin." You shouldn't be debating that. It's like building the resiliency now. And just like you said, there's studies out there on zinc, studies out there on vitamin C, vitamin D needs no explanation. That's the stuff you could be talking about with your group, is arming them. Here's why, let's build resilience, build resilience. And I mean, God, we could just talk about it all winter, resiliency.
Well, I think it's coming into to everyone's mind at this moment, and so great topics for conversation. There was the first double-blind placebo-tested study on vitamin C that came out this week, showed that death was reduced by 2/3 with vitamin C. So, if there was a drug that did that, it would be front page news. And that's why, in order to really foster the change we want to see in medicine, we need to be out there spreading the word and connecting. And there's no better way to do that than in a community or a group. So if you have questions or you're interested in finding out more, put your questions into the Facebook group. Kristen and I are in there, super happy to help. We do have some super exciting stuff coming in 2021 to really help congeal and organize these practitioner communities. But in the meantime, we're here to help you. And if you are thinking of putting together an event, a Christmas party perhaps, and you want to get people together over the holidays, that's always been a good time for us. In the functional forums that we used to do, practitioners wanting to get together. Most practitioners, they can't really have like a company staff party because it's just them and a few other people. So to be able to connect with other practitioners is a nice opportunity. And so, depending on where you are in the world, it'll be, you'll have to look at different rules, but ultimately, there's still a desire for it. And inviting people to a holiday party for practitioners who've been on the front lines dealing with this all the time might be the great moment in building your community. So be generous, be thoughtful, and thanks so much for being part of it. We'll be back next month. We are not going to be meeting in St. Louis in November for the Functional Forum, but we will have some exciting news about in-person get-togethers next year. And watch this space for some of the stuff that we've got coming up to help practitioners get together. Kristen, thanks for being with us. We'll see you next
Absolutely.
time.